I'm Sam Sutton, a Black British barrister and CEO and founder of Diverse Relations at BAME Legal Consultancy, where we specialise in diversity and inclusion in legal organisations. So why a BAME or People of Colour legal consultancy? Well, let me take you back to my time at university first. Like all traditional budding members of the legal profession, I started my journey at university on the LLB Hons law degree, where I met my wonderful friends who are now my family. We all call ourselves sisters from another mother because we are a mixed bag of ethnicity. There's my white British sister, my Asian British sister, and myself, the Black Brit sister. My Asian Brit sister is first generation. Her parents immigrated from India. My white Brit sister is from the UK, and I am also first generation, where my grandmother and mother were Windrushers who came from the Caribbean and settled in England. So my Asian sister and I completed our law degrees, and then we moved on to law school. My Asian sister went down the route of solicitor and I went down the route of a barrister. Our white Brit sister unfortunately failed her first year, so she repeated the year, but she failed again. So she decided to withdraw completely from her law degree. So after the blood, sweat and tears of university and law school for my Asian Brit sister and myself, it was now time to knock on doors of, the legal world. However, this was proving more difficult than my Asian sister and I had imagined. We would submit application after application, and although we were good on paper and got to interview, we were constantly being rejected, and this was ongoing for quite some time. Eventually, my Asian sister got a job at Primark. Now, there is nothing wrong with working in Primark, but the reality is that she does not need a law degree nor a legal practice certificate to work as a retail assistant. And may I add that at the time she was working there, she was doing her LLM, which is her Masters in Law. Now, I, the Black Brit sister, was also in the same boat. The doors were not opening and I ended up in an admin role. So back to our white Brit sister. She was able to gain a role working in a legal department with a good starting salary, and she quickly progressed and became a manager and was able to do all this without any qualifications or prior legal work experience. We are happy for her as we all support each other and the sisterhood entirely. But my story and observations highlight a serious flaw in the legal workplace, and I just wanted answers about the system, and the reality is that those answers essentially boil down to structural racism. Why? Because my story is not unique to me. There are other people of colour who have similar experiences within non-BAME corporate spaces, which is discussed more on our Diverse Relations website and on our social media platforms. This is what drove me to create Diverse Relations, because despite the wealth of equality, diversity and inclusive training on offer, the opportunities for people of colour are still disproportionate. At Diverse Relations, we have the formula for real effective change. We address the imbalances to allow legal services to not only educate their staff to become more aware, but to create an inclusive culture where staff, in spite of colour, creed or gender, all feel valued, understood in an inclusive space where they can thrive. The experience of systematic racism for people of colour resonates profoundly and is our reality. This is why we, people of colour, are the leaders of diversity and inclusion within legal practice, because as BAME legal consultants, we understand the narrative, because walking the path is different to knowing the path. Come visit us at Diverse Relations so we can help your legal organisation learn, build, grow.